Bringing you some bonus coverage here from the Dan McConnell Hoops Classic.
Got 12
as the
seconds
Indians
here.
and the Falcons are tied up with 12.3 seconds left.
Yeah, it's been a good game. It's been going back and forth here for a while now, so we'll see how these guys end up.
Here's the inbounds pass. He's going to dump it off there. Shot up. It bounces out. Rims out.
6 seconds. Push it. Needs to push the ball here.
Push it. He's got 4 seconds, and there's a whistle on the play.
I don't think they don't have a foul to give, so that takes him automatically to the line.
That's going to take him to the charity stripe, but the chance to put this one away. The winner here will take on the winner of Doddridge and South Harrison. We'll be covering the Doddridge-South Harrison game soon. 3.8 seconds left and a chance to put this game away at the charity stripe.
I think there was a little bit of miscommunication there. These guys they don't realize they didn't have a foul to give.
Yeah, I think so. And Sissonville has a chance to win this now from the charity stripe. Sinks the first one.
Yeah, 3.8 seconds here. You know, if he makes this shot, I think Frankfort will probably take a timeout so he can take the ball on the side if they make it here.
Sissonville's second shot. It bounces
Shot
out.
missed.
Frankfort has the rebound, and now there's another whistle. Timeout called by Frankfort. He got possession of it and takes the timeout.
Honestly, it's funny. That probably worked out in Sissonville's favor a little bit. Ran a little time off there, but you know, they're going to be taking a 3 more than likely anyways.
You got 2.4 seconds left. It'll be interesting to see where this inbounds is. Friends, stay with us here. As soon as this game is over, we're going to bring live coverage of the court, the Doddridge County Dan McConnell Court ceremony. So we're looking forward to that. Looking forward to tonight's basketball game as well. This Doddridge County team comes in. They got 3 wins under their belt, so they're headed in the right direction. Yeah,
they had a good weekend last weekend. 2 games on the road. We'll get more into detail about it here in a little bit, but you know, hot start. A young South Harrison team coming in here. It should be a good crowd tonight. You know, Friday night. So
it's a beautiful night to be inside of a gymnasium as well. I can tell you that right now.
No weather report that we were looking at earlier, right?
Yeah, we were looking through the options that we have of graphics here, and we were like, you don't want to bring the weather report.
Yeah, we don't need that. So, I mean, right here, if I'm Frankfort, you know, you're going to be looking for a pick coming off that and going to be trying to get a quick shot up right there with a 3. So they do have to go to the full court. Yeah. I wasn't sure if a full timeout would put them here on the side, so it is the full court.
Yeah, they're going to have to inbound it down there, and they've only got 2.4 seconds. Got to go the length of the court to get something up.
Another timeout.
Another timeout.
Yeah, if I'm Frankfort here, you're going to try to set 2 screens here, half court, try to get a guy open, and really it's going to be a dribble and look and shoot pretty quickly. You know, with 2.4 seconds, it goes pretty quick.
Been enjoying this game. A lot of a back and forth affair. You'd see one of them would look like they was about to pull away, and the other one would close right in on them. And both of these teams some quality opponents here in this game coming down to the wire.
Yeah, Frankfort, they were up, I think, 8 or 9 at the half. And then, Sissonville kind of stormed back, and they've been going back and forth. I would like to know how many different lead changes there were throughout this second half.
There's been a few of them. There's no doubt about that. Been a lot of fun to watch, though.
Yeah. A little bonus basketball. No complaints on that.
That's it. That's it. It's a good time of the year for it.
Yep.
We will be bringing you 17 boys games and 17 girls games here on WVRC Doddridge. So we got tonight's game. Of course, we're covering the tournaments. Every time we get a chance to cover a tournament, you want to cover that. And we'll be covering tonight's game for Doddridge as well as tomorrow night's game.
Then we'll be here tomorrow night as well covering the tournament.
Doddridge will host the Hawks of South Harrison after this contest.
See what we got here. This should be pretty good here.
Another timeout.
Can't take them with you. That's what I always say. You can't take them with you, so they're going to burn them all, I guess.
May as well use them. That's it.
That's kind of how I look at it.
They won't let you put those timeouts on the bus and take them home with you, can you?
Nope. I think Coach kind of wanted to see what kind of defense they were kind of coming up with and basically going to go off of that. So maybe make some changes here again with another timeout.
Maybe they have some rollover timeouts.
Yeah. My goodness.
I want to take a minute, though, to congratulate Coach Elisa Cheeseman. 100 basketball wins that she achieved that feat last night.
That's pretty awesome.
Impressive.
That really is. That's a big-time feat for her. Had a lot of successful programs and seen a lot of good girls come through the program as well. To get 100 wins last night, that's quite an accomplishment for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And the respect that her players were showing whenever she got that, follow some social media things, and some of the people that have played for her, just you could tell how much respect they have for her.
Yeah, it looked like some of the alumni essentially came back to the game and kind of watched it and gotten some pictures there. It looked pretty good. Super proud of them, and early season for them. They're also coming off 2 wins as well. They beat Tyler, and then last night beat Braxton.
So we'll see if Sissonville can hold on here as the Indians have the 1-point lead. Frankfort's got a long way to go and a short time to get there.
Yep. If I'm here, I'm thinking 11's getting the ball because he's been shooting the ball for him well. 11
has been shooting really well. Trying to get the deep throw here. Can't do it. Oh, he's almost got 5 seconded, and he throws it out of bounds.
Yep.
Sissonville will take over from there with 2.3 seconds left.
It was smart on the Indians' part there. They got their big essentially standing down there. The vision wasn't there, so he could see the pass, so that worked out really well for them.
So to get inbound from the same spot, this time Sissonville will have a chance to inbound it.
Just need to get a quick inbound, try to run this 2 seconds out. Try to create some space here from your guys.
Just taking the deep one. It hits onto the referee, and that'll turn it over.
Oh, wow.
Frankfort will get a chance to inbound, only lose 0.4 seconds. And the actual gain a little bit of space.
I was going to say, this kind of works out a little bit better. They're a little bit further up the court, different angle here. So let's see what they kind of do. They got to get a screen set. They got to find a guy. I'm sure Sissonville's switching everything. Oh, shot.
He's got a catch, and they pass it, and it gets picked off. And Sissonville will take the lead. They'll take the win.
Yep.
Sissonville will play the winner of Doddridge South Harrison. That game coming up next here on WVRC.
Coach, teacher, and mentor. Coach McConnell dedicated over 40 years in his life. students at Doddridge County High School. During his career, he coached football, baseball, track, and basketball, where he led his team to the 1994 state championship. In recognition of his impact on the students and athletes that Coach McConnell had, and the impact on Doddridge County schools, tonight we will be honoring his legacy by naming the basketball court here in Doddridge County and McConnell Court. One big round of applause, folks, for the McConnell family. What an accomplishment. Congratulations.
Doddridge County Schools and WVRC 104.7 FM proudly present Doddridge County High School Bulldog Basketball. We invite you to tune in and watch live streaming coverage of your Bulldog basketball team on WVRC Doddridge County Facebook and Doddridge County YouTube. Now we take you courtside with your Bulldog broadcast crew.
Welcome inside the newly named Dan McConnell Court inside of Greg M. Keller Gymnasium, where tonight our Doddridge County Bulldogs will square off against the Hawks of South Harrison in the Dan McConnell Hoops Classic. Looking forward to a classic game. We brought you some bonus coverage earlier. Classic event between Sissonville and Frankfort. Candidly, I'm hoping this one ain't quite so close.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that was a great game to kind of keep the night going here with some good hoops. South Harrison coming in here tonight, you know, they're a physical group, but I think they're a young group. Doddridge right now, you know, they're coming off. They got a 3-0 start. Had a long weekend trip last weekend, you know, with the weather and so forth, but they ended up traveling to Scott and playing Charleston Catholic. I guess I would fall back to the Scott game. Friday night, they didn't shoot as well, but they also shot from the free throw line. So it looks like they went to the free throw line, took care of business there. Then it was kind of the exact opposite when they went down to Charleston Catholic. They shot the ball really well in Charleston Catholic. You know, these guys, they're going to grind out games different ways. And honestly, especially when you're on the road, that's what you're looking for. You know what I mean? It's a different atmosphere. You're not at home. Find a way to win, essentially, is how I look at it.
Yeah, I think that's exactly. Coach Paul Burnside, I'm sure, is happy with the win any way you get it. Sometimes you're going to win ugly, and sometimes you're going to win pretty. They won in convincing fashion against Tyler Consolidated, but so has South Harrison. That's their opponent in common, and both of them had a chance to play South Harrison and Tyler Consolidated. And that was South Harrison's last game. They won that game 65-45.
Yeah, no, exactly. And, you know, honestly, you know, some more takeaways from the past game. The one thing that we keep talking about this team, there's more balanced scoring. You know, there's not a guy that's going to average 25 points to 20 points on this team. You know, we're going to have multiple guys in double figures and stuff like that. You know, on top of our strong defense and the depth that we have coming off the bench, essentially, and also how tall and how long we are, we can get the rebounds and get those second chance shots.
Yeah, I think that's something you see. Coach Paul Burnside's able to take advantage of that depth and able to take advantage of as many playmakers as he has. It's interesting how he spread those out kind of in hockey lines almost and makes large-scale substitutions. That gives the players the opportunity to play together.
Exactly. You know, and some of the three key players that I'm going to pick on tonight, Landon Thomas right now, I've talking to him a little bit earlier. You know, he got banged up in that Tyler game, but he's still averaging 10 points, which is the highest for us on the team. And another one behind him is Josh DeHaven. Another one that really stands out to me, that's Jaden Solomon. He's also averaging 9.3 and 11 rebounds per game. So he's almost averaging a double-double for them. And that's big. You know, he's big down low, coming off a double-double in high school. That's, you know, impressive in my part.
What do you think, Coach Paul Burnside, what do you think he's thinking through, and what's he going to be focusing on tonight?
You know, one thing that I like about Paul, he brings the intensity. You know what I mean? He gets these guys fired up there on the sideline. And just like you were looking at that picture, you know, he's fired up in that picture right there. So he's going to bring the intensity. He's going to get the pressure. He's going to get the guys going. That's one thing that I'll say about Paul a lot.
Yeah, Coach Paul Burnside, and that's the picture we were referring to. 62 wins, 71 losses in his 7 seasons here with the Bulldogs.
Exactly right there's that picture that I was talking about. He's going to bring the intensity. He's going to get these guys going, and that's what they need.
What do you think the keys to the game for this Doddridge County team? What's it going to take for them to come out with a big win here against South Harrison?
I think the early on, I think you really need to push the ball. I think we try to wear them down, essentially, is kind of how I look at it. Like I said, we have the depth. I don't think this team's going to be as deep as us, so essentially push the ball, let's wear them down, and I think we win a lot of our games probably in the third and fourth quarter, essentially.
And Doddridge County, let's talk about their starting lineup. We look at the lineup, it's going to bring some size, experience, and versatility. What are we expecting out of this Doddridge County team?
Well, so really, we have a lot of seniors on our team, but basically, you know, we bring a lot of size and experience and versatility. So one thing that, you know, I expect, you know, our defense and rebounding, I keep going back to that to set the tone.
Our apologies to Heston Hayes, whose name we have accidentally misspelled on this. But hey, sometimes that stuff happens. So
we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, right?
Yeah, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back after this for Doddridge County basketball on WVRC Doddridge.
Bulldog Station and Doddridge County Sports is a winning combination. For all your pizzas, subs, and salads, call Bulldog Station at 304-666-1364. Open Monday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday and Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bulldog Station located at 323 West Main Street, West Union, West Virginia. Let's go Bulldogs!
Under the West Virginia sky, where the hills roll high, there's a school that stands with heart, where the Bulldogs never die. Books in hand and heads held up, we're ready to explore. Doddridge County's where we grow, our stories start to soar. Pride runs deep in every vein, a fire that won't fade. We're learning, leading one, and all our dreams are not afraid. Bulldogs, our mission's in motion, proud and strong with Bulldog devotion. Learning, leading, chasing dreams, Doddridge pride in everything. United we shine, together we rise. Doddridge County Schools where futures fly. From the classroom to the field, we stand side by side. Teachers guide us, friends support, we're ready to take stride. Bulldog green and gold so bright, a symbol we uphold. Every challenge we embrace, our courage won't be sold. Pride runs deep in every vein, a fire that won't fade. We're learning, leading one, and all our dreams are not afraid. Oh, go Bulldogs, our mission's in motion, proud and strong with Bulldog devotion. Learning, leading, chasing dreams, Doddridge pride in everything. United we shine, together we rise. Doddridge County Schools where futures fly. Oh, the road ahead may wind, but we won't lose our way. With faith in each other, we'll light up the day. Bulldog spirit, it's our song, we'll sing it loud and clear. For Doddridge County, we'll stand tall through every passing year. Go Bulldogs, our mission's in motion, proud and strong with Bulldog devotion. Learning, leading, chasing dreams, Doddridge pride in everything. United we shine, together we rise. Doddridge County Schools where futures fly. Go Bulldogs, our mission's in motion, where futures fly.
And we are back inside the newly dedicated Dan McConnell Court. Coach McConnell, obviously a fixture in Doddridge County for a number of years, coached a lot of people, and you think about the development of the young people in Doddridge County that these coaches, so we talk about Coach Paul Burnside and his intensity, and Coach McConnell brought a lot of that intensity as well.
Exactly, huge honor for sure. We're going to bring up those keys to the game back up here, and we're going to maybe talk on them a little bit. One of the first ones we put up here is control the tempo and the physical play. I talked about maybe pushing the rock early on. I think that would be big for us essentially, and honestly getting the guys down low. Our in the point, I think paint percentage is like 76% from shooting from the floor. So essentially get that ball inside, get those easy shots. We don't necessarily need to knock down threes and just keep pushing the tempo. Some other things here we have is rebounding and inside presence. Kind of speaking on exactly what I just said there. Find the ball inside, use our size. They do have a pretty good center they would come off of here is
Fenstermacher.
Fenstermacher, yeah. So he's pretty tough. What's our third one there that we have?
Limit our perimeter opportunities.
So essentially we need to get out and not let them knock down as many shots and get in their face and stuff like that. And I think with our defense, we're going to be just fine and our depth, I would think. So, and then we can go back to the starting lineup here. Who do we got coming up here? So we got Trent, Hayes, Adams, DeHaven, and Solomon. they switched it up a little bit on us. I think the last time we had Adams was not in the starting lineup.
Right.
But that's, you know, they're going to look for those lineups that work best for each other. We're pretty deep when we have 11 to 12 guys, essentially. So they're going to look for a different look, and they're going to try to find out what 5 work best together.
Yeah, Landon Thomas, I believe, started last time, and this time it's going to be Adams.
Gotcha. Yep, nope, that sounds good. We're going to go take a short break here, and then I think we're going to go get right into it.
And we are just a couple of minutes away from tip-off here on WVRC Doddridge. Tonight, this Bulldogs team is going to come in here to the Hoops Classic 3-0, and getting those wins early in the season really kind of sets the tone for this team.
Yeah, and another thing, we haven't touched on, this is an LKC matchup. These guys are familiar with each other. This also means something to them, wanting to set themselves up to go Night of the Champions. That's a big deal for our team. We've went there the last 2 years. Let's keep that going with this group. So South Harrison's going to be our second test with the LKC. It's a big conference play.
Love the black and white with the distinctions. It'll make it easy for me to tell which team is which there. South Harrison has those very black and orange uniforms, and Doddridge, of course, you can see, has the white and green uniforms with the yellow numbers. So
yeah, so let's continue getting better here. Keep considering to set the tone and find out what works best for this team. I think every year, you find out what's the best 5, what's the best that works for this team to win ball games.
Well, sometimes it's going to be different, right? You're going to have some games you have to win by knocking down the 3 points, and some games you have to win by controlling the inside. And I think that Doddridge County team loves to be physical, and they're going to play tough inside, but I think you're going to expect that just about every night whenever they go out there.
Exactly. And just to give them a little bit more stats here, as a team right now, we're shooting 46% from the floor. Threes, right now we're shooting 20%. So right now you can see where we need to feed the ball. Another thing that stood out to me, like I said, was the Scott game. They shot 85% from the free throw line. So essentially, maybe if we get to the line, we can knock down some shots and stuff like that. So another thing that I think we should work on is maybe the turnovers. And I think that's early on in the offense that we need to try to fix and kind of go from there. Right now we're averaging 18 turnovers a game and still 3-0.
Yeah.
So, if we can fix little things like that, who knows what can happen.
And I think that's the thing, too. Anytime you're early on in the season, you're starting to get your sea legs about you, you're going to expect those mistakes. There's no doubt in my mind that Coach Paul Burnside's team will be better next week than they are this week, and they'll be better the week after that than they will be next week. So
exactly.
Both teams are ready to announce their starting lineups here, as we are just about 23 seconds away, it says, from the opening tip. I expect the starting lineups, though, will be announced by the PA announcer. We're excited to bring you this game.
Taking on the South Harrison Hawks.
both teams are out here tonight.
Yeah, that's what we were just saying. It's a good crowd.
Number 2, sophomore guard, Cooper Sanders.
Cooper Sanders announced as a starter, number 2. Also number 10 starting, Graham Sauce. Play the 2 guards. Number 22, Joseph Fenstermacher. Colin Seguin. And number 40, Adam Marple. Okay. Those are the starters for the South Harrison Hawks. We mentioned the Bulldog starters tonight as they'll announce them, and we'll move the camera over here and do our best to keep you entertained tonight. The Doddridge County Bulldogs will announce their starting lineup.
Cheerleaders, they're also excited out there. Got a bunch of flips and everything else.
Yeah. They were literally doing flips for this team.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
Will Adams, a senior for the team. He's been with the program. He's a good ball player.
Jared Trent, another senior.
Yep. Been playing since his freshman year.
Heston Hayes.
Only junior right now in the starting lineup.
Josh DeHaven. And the big man in the middle, Jaden Solomon.
I like to see a double-double out of Jaden tonight. He's right there on the verge of averaging, and I'd love to see it out of him.
So we'll put 8 minutes on the clock, and we'll get ready for this first quarter of action here in this game tonight. Looking forward to a great contest. Looking forward to the opportunity to bring you this, and Doddridge County wants to extend their lead in the LKC. They want to get out early, as you mentioned, an LKC game involving the Hawks of South Harrison.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think South Harrison's a little bit of a rival to us. I consider it definitely a little crosstown rival, essentially. Not crosstown, but, they're not far from down 50.
Yeah, just right down the road there in West Milford and Lost Creek. And as you mentioned, it's one of those close games, and those close games always breed that whenever you have the opportunity to fellowship with other people that are rooting for the other team and just those sorts of things. So we'll get ready for the jump ball here and get this game underway. As Solomon and Cooper Sanders prepare to jump.
Doddridge gets the ball here.
Doddridge controls. Jared Trent has the ball up at the top of the key. He'll dump it over to Heston Hayes.
Looks like South Harrison's came out in a man defense.
Hayes had trouble keeping the handle there. The loose ball, South Harrison controls it. They bring the ball up pretty quick. They'll pass it back to the top of the key. That's Sanders. Sanders looking for someone to dump it off to. He'll dump it off there to 23, Seguin. Now at the top, that's Sauce. And the ball's knocked out of bounds.
Good job, pushed out by Jared Trent there from behind, and they ended up touching it. Bulldogs ball.
So the Bulldogs get a chance to inbound it there. They'll send DeHaven over to do the inbounding. Jared Trent will bring the ball up court. He'll dump it off to DeHaven. DeHaven looking for the lane. It's not there. He'll dump it off to Solomon. Back to Trent. Trent for 3. It's going to come up a little bit short. He gets his own board though.
Rebound.
Finds another 3, and he makes this one.
Knockdown. Big time. Way to follow your shot, not retreat down the floor there.
Good hustle work there by Trent. The first one rims out, but he gets his own rebound. Driving the lane, loose ball. Doddridge gets it. Trent has control of it.
Good defense by Josh DeHaven right there. Get a little bit in his face and pressure it.
Trent's looking to dump it back to Adams. Heston Hayes looking for a lane. Trying to get rid of it now, Solomon. Trent off to Adams. Back on the near side here to DeHaven. Loose ball and a foul on the play.
But that with that man-to-man defense, you know, there's going to be a lot of on-ball screens there. You see they're going a little pick and roll after those. And that's going to open up. Jaden, he looked like he might have been open there for a split second. It's only going to open up more is the way they overplay that man-to-man defense.
That foul on Finstermacher, that's the first for him and the first for South Harrison. Interception on the pass. Driving into the lane. Nice feed down underneath. That's Sauce with the points. 3-2. Bulldogs lead by a point. Heston Hayes trying to drive to the lane. He'll dump it back to Adams, top of the key, over to Trent. Trent with a little fake. He'll drive down in. Bounces around, no good. Loose ball controlled by South Harrison.
That was a good take there. Honestly, it just didn't finish. That's all right. It's a good look. Already got 5 guys ready to come in. This is what I mean. They're playing this man-to-man defense, being physical. That's what they want.
Throws it away. That's going to go Doddridge's way. As you mentioned, a full line change as Doddridge County sends in 5 fresh players.
Thomas, Kelly, Jones,
Mitchell,
and Dixon all enter the game. So you, like I said, you got a 5 substitution here.
Dixon with the ball.
And it's a little bit smaller look, but you know, also Malachi, he's one of the taller guys, but he's 6'2". So I mean, it's not really that small, I would say.
Here's Mitchell. He's trying to find the lane. He'll dump it off there to Thomas. Thomas over to Dixon. Dixon back to Thomas.
Trying to get something set up here. Like I said, a lot of on-ball screens.
Price and Dixon controlling the ball now.
I'm okay. They're looking for a good shot here, not being patient with it.
Here's Landon Thomas. He'll drop it in. Nice looking shot. Thomas will pick up his first 2.
Yep.
Doddridge bringing some full court press on this one.
I like it. You know, honestly, right off the bat.
There's a whistle. That's going to be called on Dixon.
If we're able to switch in 5 guys like that, why not come into a full court press and just try to change it up on them, try to create some turnovers and some offense?
Well, and late in the game, whenever you continue to press like that, you're going to wear that South Harrison team down.
Yep, energy's always high in that first quarter. You find out really how conditioned teams are as you get later into the game.
Here's the dump off to Finstermacher. He'll shoot the 3. It'll bounce out. Rebound fought for and controlled by South Harrison. He'll drive the lane, then look to dump it off. He'll dump it off there to Creeling.
Doing a really good job of not letting Finstermacher get set up on offense. They've been keeping him out of the lane. Good. Can't really do anything about that. Air ball shot, you know.
It's going to be a foul called there. That one's going to be called on Landon Thomas. That'll be his first foul.
Yep.
It's called on the floor there, though, so South Harrison set to inbound. Sauce with the inbound pass to Finstermacher. It goes up, bounces out, and bounces again. This time Dixon has the ball.
Good rebound there.
Dixon's going to dump it off down here to Mitchell. Mitchell to Thomas. Back to Mitchell. Sizing up that defense. Dixon takes a look at it, feeds it to Kelly, and Kelly.
Good look, good look.
2.
Nice assist there by Dixon.
Good job breaking that up. Landon Thomas. The block will be called on South Harrison.
Great take, great take. Way to be aggressive and take it to the hole there.
It's going to be called on number 2, Cooper Sanders.
Landon will take 2 from the line here.
First one he makes it. 7-2, 8-2 now the Bulldogs lead. They're going to do a line change, and they're waiting for Thomas to shoot his shot. This is the third line we're going to see tonight from this Bulldogs team. This one bounces around and in.
Good job.
Will Adams will come in. We also see coming in 24, Isaac Johnson, along with the Jared Trent and DeHaven.
It's like a 1-2-2 press is essentially what they're trying to do.
It's dumped underneath. Fenstermacher puts it up.
Rebound by Trent. Good job.
Trent does a good job controlling the ball there and controlling the tempo. Here's the dump off to Adams. Back to Trent. Trent to DeHaven for three. It bounces out. South Harrison with the rebound. And they'll drive down to the lane and make the shot.
Fenstermacher there with the two.
Trent at the top of the key. He'll dump it down to Solomon. Solomon hitting Trent, trying to get him around on that corner. Here's Solomon again. He's going to look at it.
Good cut by
Nice
DeHaven.
cut by DeHaven. The shot's up. No good.
Rebound by Johnson.
Johnson with the board, and he'll pitch it back there to Trent. Trent looks for Adams at the top of the key. Here's DeHaven for three. Bounces out, and South Harrison gets the recovery, the rebound.
Be a little bit smarter there. Let's not foul so far from the basket. That's okay.
Just a little bit aggressive there, trying to get that loose ball.
And I get it. You know, a little maybe frustration behind that, missing that shot. So he came in a little hot there. So
Bringing the ball up court, that's Sauce. Comes that South Harrison press, trying to break that press. Sauce is going to drive the lane, ball loose. It's recovered there by DeHaven. DeHaven's going to bring it up court. He's going to dump it off to Johnson, back to DeHaven. The shot's up and good.
Real physical right there. He went up straight up with it. I still think he got a little bit of contact. Honestly, still finished.
South Harrison moving fast, trying to break that press. Sauce, he'll dump it off there to Freeling.
Good hold there by Solomon down low.
Here's the three, and it's good by Jeremiah Freeling. Solomon down underneath. He'll turn around, and he'll make the shot. It'll bounce out. DeHaven with the board. Over to Johnson, back to Trent. Trent will step back, take the shoot. Step back jumper. Solomon with the rebound, just can't get it stuffed in there, and South Harrison does a good job getting that board. Andy Allen, the senior, gets the board for South Harrison. And we see some substitutions. So South Harrison set to inbound. That's Van Toothman. Doddridge again deploying that full court press.
Press changed a little bit. Now it's a 2-2-1. So they're extending two guys out.
Here's the three-point shot. It's short. Rebound by South Harrison, and the putback is in. And good. That's Andy Allen. Here's Landon Thomas. He'll drive the lane and put up the shot and get the points. Solomon now is injured as he's working his way over to the sideline. .8 seconds left in this opening quarter. The Bulldogs with a 4-point lead, 13-9.
Yeah, I think he rolled his ankle there. I think that's what happened.
A little extra tape.
I was more watching him than the play more than anything else. Hopefully that young man's okay.
Here's the three-point shot. It's no good. 0.7 seconds left. Doddridge will have a chance to inbound it. He'll just hurl it up, and it will go nowhere. So at the end of the first quarter, the score, the Doddridge Bulldogs 13, the South Harrison Hawks 9. We'll be back after this on WVRC Doddridge.
Bulldog Station in Doddridge County Sports is a winning combination. For all your pizzas, subs, and salads, call Bulldog Station at 304-666-1364. Open Monday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday and Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bulldog Station located at 323 West Main Street, West Union, West Virginia. Let's go Bulldogs!
And we are back, ready for some second quarter basketball. Coach Nate.
Honestly, one thing that we talked about, our depth. We saw 3 line changes there, back to back to back. Really shows a lot. We'll see what they kind of come out here and what defense. It looks like they're coming out in the man. So they drop the press here, come back out in like essentially an extended half-court man. So I like it. Just keep mixing it up, find what works, find what lineup works. Right now, in my opinion, Landon Thomas has the hot hand. He's got 6 points for us.
Yeah, I think that's a fact. That's not just your opinion right now as far as the hot hand.
He's taking care of the ball, getting to the line and everything else. Good turnover there. Look up.
Dixon up. He's going to dump it off into the basket. Good job there by Heston Hayes. Dixon with the feed.
I think that guy, he knows how to find the ball to the right guy. I think he has a little bit of experience from football going into basketball there. That's his second assist right there. Threading the needle.
Good job by Kelly getting it inbounded there to Mitchell, saving it from going out of bounds. Here's Dixon again at the top of the key. Driving to the lane and a jump ball called as Heston Hayes gets tied up. That'll go Doddridge's way this time. 7:04 left in the second quarter. Doddridge leads 15-9.
Let's see if we see that backside here. Nope, wasn't there that time, like we did against Tyler a few times.
Inbound to Will Adams. He'll dump it off for Malachi Kelly, and it'll get stuck right there. That'll be a jump ball, and that'll go South Harrison's way. Don't see that every day where it gets stuck in the rim like that.
It happens, though. That's for sure. He's out.
He's on the line.
Attaboy. Great job, Dixon. Way to get in the face right there.
Doddridge County kept Van Toothman. He stepped on it out of bounds when he caught the pass. Trying to get a quick score there. Will Adams now trying to secure the ball. Heston Hayes looking to drive the lane. He'll dump it off. Nice
pass.
Ball movement. Malachi Kelly will be called with the charge.
I like the idea. Don't settle for the three-pointer. Just maybe find a different lane and, good call. It's all right.
Creeling set to inbound for South Harrison.
So all this is a full-court man-to-man defense. They're just trying to create the pressure. I see Paul here in the next minute or two bringing some more subs in. That's kind of what we're looking for.
Finstermacher, he'll get blocked. Good job by Doddridge County getting some hops.
Great backside right there by Malachi Kelly. Good help side defense right there to finish it.
Will Adams, he'll dump it off to Kelly. Mitchell will tie the shot. No good. Mitchell with the board.
Good tip out by Malachi. Mitchell with the finish. Good job.
Good team basketball there, and you mentioned Kelly just tipping that over to Mitchell. Mitchell getting another look at the basket.
Yep.
Interception there by Heston Hayes.
What an athletic play by Heston, trying to find the ball there.
Pace is picked up here, hitting Finstermacher for the basket.
Good look.
Sorry, the camera's a little bit low there. It's moving fast here, guys. And they'll take a timeout. Doddridge with the timeout. So with 5:45 left, it's a 20-second timeout, 30-second timeout. 5:45 left. The Bulldogs with a 6-point lead, 17-11.
It looks exactly what I called there. We got 5 guys coming in here on the line, going to be subbing in. So, you know, I look to see them to stay the full court man-to-man. I think that worked out pretty well, essentially just creating those tough passes, looking for those lobs at Heston there, right there in the middle, and intercepted that to take it the other way.
And a big back-and-forth affair as both of these teams not afraid to press it here occasionally.
A lot of football references here. You know, Heston Hayes, he was a corner for us in football there, intercepting the basketball.
Not the first time he's gotten an interception, I can tell you that.
No, he had a pretty good one from all we remember there, that's for sure.
Indeed.
And then, you know, you got Dixon there threading the needle. He's pretty good at that. So, I, you know, give these guys props.
There's Maddox Jones. He'll bring the ball up court. Actually, Trent's bringing it up. Maddox Jones is in, though. He has the ball now. There's Trent. He'll dump it off to DeHaven. Back to Trent. Over to Jones. Jones will feed it down underneath. Pressure comes, and the ball's knocked out off of Doddridge there. Aaron Glasspool unable to keep the handle there underneath in the paint as South Harrison brought the double team.
I was wrong. We came out of the man. We got a 1-2-2 press.
Driving down fast, and the ball is up, and it is in. Adam Marple, the junior starter. That penalty, I believe, or the foul is going to be called on Landon Thomas, I believe.
Malachi Kelly enters back into the game here for Aaron Glasspool.
Thomas gets the rebound.
Good strong rebound.
Aggressively, I'll say, right?
Yeah.
Trent off to DeHaven to Kelly. Kelly for 3. Doesn't fall. Doddridge with the board, tries to put back, and it's out of bounds. They're going to say that's going to go South Harrison's way.
They're letting them play. I'll say that. They're letting them play down low. There seems to be a lot of physical on both ends, and as long as it's called both ways, that's all that matters.
We're inside 5 minutes here. Coach, how much do you adjust your game based on how the referees are calling it?
I mean, with the depth that we have, we're going to be man-to-man, in your face, and being aggressive and physical, because my thought is we can give up a few fouls if we have to. Driving
down in, fast. Basket up, nope. Falls out, South Harrison with the board. Doddridge does a good job controlling that and getting that back in bounds there.
That was like a two-handed block by Josh DeHaven, just took it out of his hands pretty much.
Now Trent looking to set up the offense, off to Thomas. Here's Kelly. DeHaven with the ball.
Good take.
Job driving the lane. Just can't get it to fall there as Maddox Jones drives in the lane, just couldn't get it.
That's a good take. If he can get that baseline, that's a good shot.
Another foul called. South Harrison now set to inbound. That's Sauce. He'll be inbound for the Hawks. Creeling brings the ball up. Back to Sauce. He'll dump it down to Fenstermacher.
Yep.
Fenstermacher will drive the lane. Landon Thomas will tip it away. Outlet pass gets tipped away by Kelly, and now Thomas will slow it down.
Landon right there on the backside help. That's what he's doing. He's being physical and taking that ball away.
Landon dumps it out. DeHaven has the ball. He'll dump it off to Trent. Trent for 3, and it's money.
Knockdown. Needed that. That's big time.
South Harrison looking to bring it up quick now. He'll drive right to the lane, dump it off the backboard. Fenstermacher will shove it up. It's no good, and Doddridge gets the board. That's DeHaven. Here's Maddox Jones.
South Harrison in a 2-3 zone here. We have Malachi in a high post right now offense, so that's big time for Trent to knock it down. If we can knock down shots in this zone, that's huge for us. Basically trying to come in a zone here and trying to take those second chance shots with our offensive rebounds. That's what they're trying to do.
Run that half court set. Malachi Kelly off to Jones. Jones will dump it underneath to DeHaven. DeHaven will turn around. He'll put it up and in.
That's big time right there. That high post, he was able to get a step inside the zone there.
Little kick ball there. Landon Thomas kicked it out there. Maddox Jones ran through the scoring board, the scoring table there. They're making some adjustments there, getting some computer pieces back. I don't know where that one goes. I don't think I can get it down there. No. See little pieces just being stuck back underneath there. We'll just hide those. We'll just have to get a new one of those. Have to call in the superintendent and get a new one of those on order. Hopefully you can have that before the next game tomorrow night.
Yep. they'll be pressing for it, I'm sure. No pressure.
No pressure.
Oh, that's goodness.
2:31 left before halftime. Doddridge County has the 9-point lead, 22-13. This South Harrison team, though, not afraid to move the ball fast.
No, they picked up the tempo as well. Like I said, let's see if they can maintain this the whole time. That's the big thing. If they're going to run with this, we'll see.
Inbounds pass on the other side of half court. That's intercepted there. That's Trent. Trent's bringing the ball up. 2-on-2. He's going to take it right to the hoop.
Good
and he's going to put it right in. It's that pressure right around the half-court stripe. He breaks the press. Here's the shot. It's going to go in for South Harrison. Let them play physical, that's for sure.
Yep. That was a good breakdown by them. Good pass.
Knocked out of bounds there. Getting a hand on it's Colin Sequin. 1:54 left before halftime. 24-15. Bulldogs lead by 9.
Some substitutions here. We got Dixon coming in. Adams substituting into the game right now.
Looks like there's some moisture there on the floor. The officials are checking that. They're going to get a towel over there to make sure nobody slips and falls just from the floor moisture. So they got that issue addressed, and they're ready to play another minute and 54 here before halftime. Dixon set to inbound. He'll find the inbound to Adams. Adams post up three.
Good look, good shot. Nothing wrong with that.
Bounces out.
Basically still running a full court man-to-man defense right here.
Here's the shot for three, and it bounces in.
Yep.
That's Andy Allen. Well, Adams thought about it again. Wasn't quite there this time. Dumps it down into DeHaven. Back to Dixon. Over to Trent. Knocked back and out of bounds.
South Harrison still in that 2-3 zone. Really, you got to use that high post offense. You can find a guy inside there, and then he can feed the ball where it needs to go, because we can have a guy come in behind down there in the low post or feed it back outside. So essentially, if you get Malachi up top real long, maybe it'd be good to get him in the high post. Right now, DeHaven's sitting there.
Here's Dixon. He'll dump it down in to DeHaven. South Harrison trying to move fast. Here it is for three. It'll bounce out. DeHaven will fight for the board. Looks like they're going to call a jump ball.
No, it's over the back.
Oh, it's over the back.
Good job by Josh there getting position and getting that ball.
Here's Trent. He'll dump it to Dixon. Dixon to Kelly. Back to Dixon. Trent for three.
He's feeling
Bounces
himself
out.
right now.
Dixon gets the rebound, though.
Good job.
He's going to give it back to Trent. Lost the ball, but Kelly gets it, puts it up, bounces out again. Now we're going to have a whistle. It's going to be on Malachi Kelly.
That's three for Malachi. I see him probably might be coming out here. Three fouls right now in the first half.
30 seconds left before the end of that first half. South Harrison's cutting into that lead, 24-18. That makes it 6. That's how math works.
Right.
Driving down there. He's got 24 seconds left, so there's plenty of time for South Harrison.
Looks like they're holding it here maybe for the last shot. They got 16 seconds left.
Doddridge not going to let him do
No.
it casually, though, are they?
They're going to press.
8 seconds. Doddridge gets the turnover. Dixon drives the lane, and he's going to be
Nice.
fouled.
Great job by Bryson Dixon, getting in his face, getting the defense, getting the turnover, and taking the ball down the court there. That was big time. Doddridge said, no thank you, we're not going to allow you to take that last second shot right there.
No, we're not just going to let you sit back and then try to drive down to the lane with 5 seconds left. So 3.4 left, and Dixon will try to earn some extra points from the line. That one will bounce out.
Heston Hayes will enter. Probably a defensive change. Heston, you know, one of our better defenders, so that's a good idea there.
South Harrison makes some substitutions as well for their offensive set. Also, Doddridge trying to get Aaron Glasspool in there. He'll come in for Mitchell. We'll see if Dixon can extend this Bulldog lead. Shots up, it bounces out. South Harrison.
There it is.
Hurl it up. No good. So that's halftime here at Dan McConnell Court inside of Craig M. Keller Gymnasium. Clint Adams alongside Coach Nate Wright. We'll take a break for the half. We'll be back after this on WVRC Doddridge.
In Doddridge County Schools, our mission is in motion. From classrooms to construction sites, from labs to livestock, students are gaining real-world skills that build bright futures. With hands-on training, industry certifications, and pathways that lead straight to college or career success, Doddridge County Schools is preparing tomorrow's leaders today. Because here, we are united to make a difference for every student's future.
Hey Bulldog Nation, it's time to renew your extracurricular passes. Thanks to community support of the levy, every staff member, student, and taxpayer receives free admission to all regular season home athletic events. Whether it's under the Friday night lights, on the basketball court, or at a spring softball game, your pass connects you to the heart of our schools. Renewals are easy. Stop by any home football game or visit the central office during business hours. Don't miss out on the fun. If you need a replacement or are applying for the first time, simply complete the short form. More details are available on our website or give us a call. Together, we're putting our mission in motion because in Doddridge County, excitement is everywhere. We are united to make a difference for every student, every day. Let's go Bulldogs!
Bulldog Station in Doddridge County Sports is a winning combination. For all your pizzas, subs, and salads, call Bulldog Station at 304-666-1364. Open Monday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday and Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bulldog Station located at 323 West Main Street, West Union, West Virginia. Let's go Bulldogs!
Bulldogs in the building. Every day's the key. Show up, stand out, be the best you can be. When Bulldogs are together, success is what we see. Mission in motion. motion, it's a bulldog way. Bulldogs in the building, we rise, we shine. Every day we show up success.
Bulldogs in the building, every day's the key. Show up, stand out, be the best you can be. When Bulldogs are together, success is what we see.
Bulldogs in the building, every day's the key. Show up, stand out, be the best you can be. When Bulldogs are together, success is what we see. Mission in motion, united, you and me. Bulldogs in the building.
And we are back inside Dan McConnell Court at Craig M. Keller Gymnasium. Clint Adams alongside Coach Nate Wright. Coach, your thoughts on the first half?
One thing that I'll say, it's physical. And like I said, I touched on earlier, they've been letting them play both ways, which that's how it should be. You know, if they're going to let them play that way, it should be called both ways. And another thing is, I think it's been pretty fast-paced. You know, I think they've been pushing the ball, trying to get the ball up the court on us. We've showed a lot of different looks. We've been throwing a different press at them, 2 different presses, man-to-man. Haven't seen any zone from us on the defensive side of things. You know, one thing that I have seen from South Harrison is, and I know, you know, Coach Bart, he's a great coach. He comes from Liberty, actually. He's now first year at South Harrison. So we're familiar with going up against Coach Bart because we've played Liberty in the past.
Yeah.
He does a really good job of throwing that zone in there. So I think one thing that we need to work on is breaking down that zone. I look at a zone, it's a high post, low post type thing. You knock down some shots, you find the ball inside, we can get away from that zone, because I think we run with them well when they are in a man-to-man defense. So essentially he's trying to slow us down a little bit, trying to get us a little bit tougher shots, and essentially if we can knock down some shots, you know, I think we're right where we need to be. You know, we're up 24-18. I'm not saying we're, you know, in trouble by any means, but he's trying to slow us down and trying to slow the pace down.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that Doddridge has struggled a little bit, though, it seemed like the lid was on the basket a little bit earlier. I mean, I don't know what their shooting percentage is, because that takes a lot of math doing that I don't do real quick. But I can tell you that, you know, just in watching the game live, it seemed like there was a lot of shots that just wouldn't find their way into the hoop.
I know, and I think we're getting some second chance shots as well, and that's what we need to do. And I think if we continue to get those second chance shots, I'll go back to the zone. They're trying to get us away from those offensive rebounds down low as well.
No doubt about that. So you have some stats for us. What can you tell us statistically about that first half?
So one thing before I get to individual stats, we got 6 guys that have scored for us coming, you know, starting and off the bench. And that means a lot for us. You know, South Harrison, they only have 4 guys that have scored for them. So, but I would say our high points right now is Jared Trent. He has 8 points. Landon Thomas with 6 points. And Josh DeHaven also has 4 points and 2 rebounds. You know, Josh, he does a really good job down low getting the rebounds as well. On their end, on South Harrison, Allen has 5 points and Finstamacher has 4. So like I said, we spread the ball to a lot of guys. We're not going to have a guy that's going to average 20 points or 25 points a game. So, you know, essentially if we have guys that are getting double-doubles, you know, being team players are going to spread the ball around. So.
Yeah, I think that's that's, as you mentioned, that's just the way Coach Paul Burnside has this team designed, and that's something that they're looking for.
And it's not a bad thing. You know, you got the depth, utilize it. You got a lot of good ball players, a lot of things that they can do well. Try to find what works best and get them in there to work well together. And I think he's kind of figuring out. I'm kind of seeing a trend with some of the different lineups and different looks. It's starting to click, I guess I would say.
We've got a break to take. We'll be back with second half action after this. You're tuned in to WVRC Doddridge. And we are back as we are just about a minute away from the second half. Doddridge County has a 24-18 lead, and this Bulldogs team has looked pretty good so far.
Yeah, they have. Don't really change much here. You know, keep pressing, be physical on defense. Let's force some turnovers and get some easy baskets, because I think that's what we do well is when we play good defense, we find the right shots and the good shots for us and, you know, push the ball and get those fast transition shots.
Friends, we'll next be on the air tomorrow, the championship game, hopefully, of this Hoops Classic. But that's yet to be determined when we'll play. The consolation game will be at 6 o'clock, and the championship game will be at 8 o'clock. And we'll be bringing you that game. We've got 17 boys games, 17 girls games. We'll be bringing you this basketball season. Looking forward to that. Of course, the girls start their season a little bit sooner than the boys, so they've had a few games already. Enjoyed listening to Coach Adam, or Dr. Adam Cheeseman, on those broadcasts. It's been a lot of fun, and again, we mentioned it earlier, but we'll mention it again. Congratulations to congratulations to Lisa Cheeseman on picking up her 100th victory.
Absolutely, that's a huge accomplishment.
Trent will control it at the top of the key.
Looks like South Harrison coming back out in that zone. That's what they're trying to do. They're going to try to slow us down here.
Dump it off to Hayes. He'll take a look, but he'll pass it back to Thomas. Thomas for three. It'll rim out. South Harrison with the rebound and a whistle. Fouls on number 13, Heston Hayes.
Nope, 14.
Oh, was it 14?
Yes,
Maddox
sir.
Jones.
One extra finger there when he was putting there.
Yeah, I missed one. South Harrison in a hurry. But they'll wave it off.
2 quick fouls. You know, we talk about them letting them play here, you know. I don't know. We'll see.
That one's called on DeHaven.
This is different. Doddridge come out in a 2-3 extended zone here. I like it. You know, it's nice that they have these options that they can go to different defenses at any time.
Trying to get it to Fenstermacher, and Doddridge County steps in front of it. That's DeHaven. Comes Trent driving it in a hurry. He'll dump it off to Jones, and then the pass is intercepted. Oh, Landon Thomas gets up and knocks the ball out of bounds. The shot intended there by Sauce.
Good help side defense there by Landon. You know, Jared essentially was on the guy. Landon comes there and knocks the ball out.
If you're following the comments, the winner of this game will play Sissonville and not the Indiana Hoosiers. And congratulations to Oklahoma on the touchdown.
Yeah. Well, I like it. Thanks for the update.
Fenstermacher, he'll dump it off. Looking to shoot, back to Fenstermacher. Dixon gets a hand on it, but couldn't quite tie it up. Here's the shot, it'll bounce out. South Harrison with the board and the putback. That's Adam Marple.
Nothing you can do there with that backside rebound.
Moving fast now. Heston Hayes looks for Thomas. Here's Trent out there, 6:06 left in this third quarter. He'll dump it off to Thomas. Thomas over to Dixon. Doddridge content to hold this up, slow this game down. Passes it out to Dixon. Good job getting rid of it there. Trent will drive the lane. He'll put it up. Whistle on the play.
Foul.
Foul will be called on South Harrison.
Looks like Fenstermacher.
That's on number 22, Joseph Fenstermacher.
I believe that's his second, taking Jared Trent to the line here.
Fenstermacher, a sophomore. That's the first one will rim out. Doddridge leads by 4.
Paul making a substitution here, bringing in Mitchell. Mitchell's a good perimeter shooter. You know, maybe we can find him an open look. That's the thing you need to look for right now with this zone defense that we're going up against.
Trent gets the second one. Good job there by Mitchell getting the rebound. And the pass goes backcourt, waiting to see. Goes out of bounds, and that'll go to South Harrison.
I wasn't sure if they tipped it or not there on that. 5-point ball game here. We need to try to find a stop here and get a basket. Let's extend this lead here.
The season is early. See a few mistakes early on, but we're trying our best to be better broadcasters. We're working on it. Here's Mitchell. Trent with the shot. It goes not in. Loose ball, fought for and controlled by South Harrison. It's the Hawks set to bring it up in a hurry. Throw it out of bounds, and Doddridge will get the ball.
Now let's slow it down here, get a good look, right? Let's maybe probably run a play. They're going, okay, we're switching it up here, going into a press on us right now.
Here's the shot by Mitchell. Mentioned that perimeter shot. That one rims out.
Good
South
shot.
Harrison with the board. Dumping it down underneath. That's Fenstermacher. He'll drive into the lane, and a foul will be called. I believe that one will be on Thomas. And it is indeed called on Landon Thomas.
That's Landon's third right now.
And that'll send Fenstermacher to the line. That one will swish down in. Find its way through the basket. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in this third quarter. Doddridge's lead is trimmed to 4. Fenstermacher trying to knock it down to a one-possession game. Doddridge gets the rebound. Dixon brings it up court. Kelly tries to get the feet up, but can't get it. DeHaven with the board. Here's DeHaven's shot, it'll bounce out. South Harrison drives down and overshoots his intended target, out of bounds. So Doddridge will get the ball again. Good job, Bulldogs, there on that defense.
It's been a rough start here. We only got 1 point since we've started the second half. I don't know, we need to try to find a better look. You know, jumper is not falling right now. Let's try to find a layup, something.
That 1 point coming from the free throw line. Here's a nice pass on the backdoor feed.
Nice job.
DeHaven gets it in with the layup. Good job.
Needed that.
Marple with the ball. Looking for someone to dump it off to there. He'll dump it off to Sauce. Sauce back to Marple, and Doddridge gets the turnover. He'll drive up quick and miss the shot. Kelly with the board and the putback.
Great putback by Malachi there. 2 layups right there. That's what we need. Stay inside.
South Harrison wants to chat about this, so with 3:28 left, full timeout, 3:28. Doddridge leads 29-21. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more on WVRC Doddridge.
Bulldog Station in Doddridge County Sports is a winning combination. For all your pizzas, subs, and salads, call Bulldog Station at 304-666-1364. Open Monday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday and Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bulldog Station located at 323 West Main Street, West Union, West Virginia. Let's go Bulldogs!
Well, Coach Nate, you watch the cheerleaders do it there. Think you get out there and duplicate that effort?
No, I don't think so. I think I would hurt something real bad if I tried to do anything like that.
I don't think we have workers' comp for that, so let's be careful, okay?
Right.
We'll make sure we're covered before we do anything like that.
Oh, I think my wife would pay a lot of money for me to go out there and try to do that.
It'd be worth it for the YouTube hit, she says.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, man.
Having some fun. Some fun here at the Hoops Classic.
So Doddridge, South Harrison will inbound here. Let's try to get us another stop here and get a good basket. We got 2 easy baskets there on the last 2 possessions. That's what we needed.
South Harrison just trying to get the ball up into the front court. Doddridge does a good job pressing. All that's happening in the bench there. You can't see it, but South Harrison comes out. They're going to get the ball.
Good hustle by Jared there. Just kind of a tough draw right there, being right there on the line. So I like the intensity.
So South Harrison set to inbound. A whistle. It's going to be Isaac Johnson called with the foul.
Getting a little loud over here with the South Harrison fans, you know. I hear foul yelling and everything else. It's all right.
I thought there was only 3 referees, but it sounds like there's a few more.
Yeah.
So South Harrison now brings the ball into the front court. Down underneath, that's Marple.
Nice. Good help side defense by Isaac Johnson right there, turning around, trying to get a double team down low right there. That baseline's a 3rd defender right there, make him force it inside.
South Harrison trying to inbound. It's the inbound pass. Up and down underneath to Marple. He'll try that hook shot. It won't go. Good job by Will Adams.
Good rebound by Will. Real strong rebound.
Doddridge in a hurry to get it up court. Looking underneath. Nice cut back lane, and that's Will Adams.
2 big plays by Will Adams there. Big rebound down there and a nice backside cut.
Ball knocked out, but it'll remain with the Hawks as Doddridge will send in some substitutions.
5 guys right off the bat.
2:30 left in this 3rd quarter, and the Bulldogs have a 10-point lead.
This is when this comes key right here, bringing in 5 guys like this.
Timeout here, and we're checking an equipment situation. They're going to force Maddox Jones to the sideline. They'll address the equipment issue. Looks like they'll give him a second to get it fixed. Looks like he's got some blood there around his knees, and they're going to have to bandage it and bring in a substitution. They'll bring in Jared Trent. A little hustling out there, and a little bit of blood in basketball too, huh?
I think that might have been from the incident earlier. We won't, but there was the scores table there. I think that's what it was from.
That's right. Inbound it. South Harrison gets it inbound. Here's a shot. He'll miss that. Put back, no good.
Good rebound there.
Thomas will get the board.
Keep extending this lead here.
2:12 left. This game at the Hoops Classic. Dixon dumps it down to Thomas. Thomas back to Dixon. Doddridge in no hurry.
Basically, you got that high post guy, but it looks like their middle man's extended up. If we can see where Blake's right there on the backside, maybe a backside cut.
Landon Thomas trying to drive the lane. He will put the shot up.
Good take.
He'll be fouled.
Great take.
Foul will be called on number 11, Andy Allen, senior for South Harrison. And that'll send Landon Thomas to the line to shoot a pair. First one will bounce in.
Good job.
That'll get the Bulldogs an 11-point lead.
I always say these are free, right? Free throws. So we got to knock these down. They give them to us here.
Cost you absolutely nothing.
Yep.
Maddox Jones has had the medical issue there addressed, and he'll be back into the game. That one rolls in for Landon Thomas.
Landon 4 for 4 from the free throw right now, so that's big time.
Fenstermacher, he'll dump it off. Take the tour around, and Doddridge will tap the ball away, and they'll get the ball.
Great job by Landon blocking off that pass there on the inside. He got around him and knocked it down and got a turnover. That was big time.
Fenstermacher called for the timeout. We see some changes in personnel there.
Fenstermacher's coming out of the game here. That was his third foul, so maybe just don't want to get that quick fourth foul there. Maybe go into the fourth quarter here, probably bring him back in.
Dixon set to inbound. Heston Hayes pushes it up fast. He dumps it off to Thomas. Thomas in the lane. Almost lost a handle on it, and this time we did. The foul's going to be called on Maddox Jones. That's going to send South Harrison to the stripe. 1:06 left in this third quarter. Doddridge with a 12-point lead, but South Harrison with a chance to cut into that as Adam Marple stands at the free throw line.
Let's take care of the basketball here. That's what we need to do. I feel like, South Harrison's getting a lot of their points either off of free throws or turnovers on us. They haven't knocked down many shots at all, really.
That one will bounce around and in for South Harrison. Driving the lane, it goes off of the backboard. We'll fight and scrum underneath. Doddridge will bounce it in and in. Good job on the sweep around, making the shot.
That was super physical by Landon down low, getting that board and coming back up with it.
And a whistle on the play. The man in the stripes will say that's a penalty.
Yep.
It's a flag.
They're in the bonus right now, too, as well. So anything, they're going to go right to the free throw line.
Blake Mitchell called with the foul. That'll send Sauce to the line. Graham Sauce. He'll make the first one. Substitution, Mitchell will come out. In will go Alex Johnson.
His first look tonight.
Here's the shot. That one's in too. Sauce sinks them both from the line, cuts into the lead. Landon Thomas drives fast. Good ball movement there, but unfortunately the Bulldogs couldn't get it in the hoop.
It was a good look. I liked it right there. It was a good pass. Just, Hawks recovered really well on it.
Dixon looking to inbound. We'll get it back here to Thomas. 30 seconds left. This third quarter. Driving into the lane, that's Heston Hayes, and he'll get the hoop and the harm, and he's a little slow getting up there, but he'll be fine.
Great take by Heston there, and way to finish.
Fouls on Cooper Sanders. And that'll send Hayes to the line. So Heston Hayes will shoot from the free throw line. Josh DeHaven getting ready to come in. And Hayes will make it. And with that, DeHaven will take his place.
Heston a little gimped up there coming off the court. See if he's all right. Get him checked.
South Harrison set to inbound. A little physical play there, and that's going to be a call on DeHaven. That'll send South Harrison back to the line with 9.8 left.
I just hate those
quarter.
fouls so far from the basket, especially right in the bonus. I know we want to be physical, but let's just not reach, right? You know, we'll take the other fouls, but just something that we can control is us reaching in. So
when you got a 13-point lead, you hate to see them score points without time going off of that clock, too.
Exactly.
Luckily for the Bulldogs, that first one rims out.
That was Josh's third as well.
So we'll see a substitution there as Adams will come in for DeHaven. Marple trying his second free throw. That one's short. South Harrison with the board. Doddridge does a good job stepping in front of it, getting the turnover. Here's the shot. As time expires, no good. So at the end of 3, Doddridge County 38. The South Harrison Hawks 25. We'll be back after this on WVRC Doddridge.
In Doddridge County Schools, our mission is in motion. Every classroom, every hallway, every heart is united to make a difference. We're empowering learners, building leaders, and inspiring Bulldog pride that lasts a lifetime. Together, we're not just moving forward, we're moving with purpose. Doddridge County Schools mission in motion, united to make a difference.
And we're back for this fourth quarter here. Doddridge County with the lead in the Hoops Classic, 38-25.
Yeah, really right now, Landon Thomas leading the way right now with 10 points going into the fourth quarter. Jared Trent with 9 points going into the fourth quarter as well. I got to give a shout out over here to Ryder Mitchell over here, the JV guy. We're double checking these stats to make sure that we're accurate. So I got to give him a shout out.
So he's keeping his stats and checking them twice. Is that what's going on?
More like we're checking them twice. Is kind of how I look at it.
Our thanks to Ryder for his assistance, though. Bryson Dixon brings the ball up court. Dumps it off to DeHaven. DeHaven looking to find someone. He finds Trent.
South Harrison coming out in the man-to-man defense.
Trent drives down in the lane, but he's looking for somewhere to go with it.
Timeout.
Coach Paul
Doddridge.
Burnside says, let's take a second here. Let's take 20 of them, in fact, and talk through this. So 7 minutes and 43 seconds left in this contest, and Doddridge County has to feel pretty good if you're Coach Paul Burnside about where your team's sitting right now.
Yep, 13. I don't mind a timeout like that because they were in a zone essentially in the third quarter, came out in man. We're going to make some adjustments, make sure that they know what we need to do and what offense we need to run here going up against their man defense.
We'll be on the air tomorrow. If Doddridge County advances to the championship game, will be the second game. This far, it looks like we're headed to the championship game.
WVRC will be covering some wrestling matches coming up. They have 4 on the schedule.
Our first year here at WVRC, and we hope you're enjoying this as much as we're enjoying bringing you the action.
Oh, yeah, I like the dribble.
Good look by Thomas. Took him to step back, had a wide open shot. Thomas gets the interception. And this one he just tosses away, unfortunately.
A little out of control there, trying to throw the ball. We're finding a lot of those second chance shots. We just gotta find a way to put them in the basket.
Doddridge again looks like they're bringing that man defense full court press. Ball's knocked out. South Harrison trying to get up there in a hurry. Bounces off the rim. Doddridge with the board.
Good rebound.
Trent's bringing it up court. 3-point shot in the corner. That's Johnson. And a loose ball. It's going to be called on Bryson Dixon, that foul. Luckily, at the beginning of the fourth quarter, they reset that. You don't send them to the line right away, huh? Loose ball there. South Harrison's able to control it. Fenstermacher dumps it down in, and in the basket, Freeling. Nice feed in. Landon Thomas, he'll make the shot, and he'll get a chance to go add to that. Good job there by Landon Thomas.
That's big. That's the second and one that Landon has also got for us. Going in there physical. He saw a good matchup. You know, some of the bigs were more extended out, took the ball to the hole there, and he got the and one.
So Landon Thomas from the free throw line. This one will bounce out. South Harrison will get the board. That's Marple. He'll hand to Fenstermacher. Down underneath. Back at the top of the key. Found South Harrison in a hurry to move the ball around. Trying to hit Fenstermacher, cutting to the lane. Instead, there'll be a foul called on number 24, Isaac Johnson. So South Harrison set to inbound. They'll send Graham Sauce back there to inbound.
Good defense. You always wonder about if they're going to get that easy shot down low in those inbounds.
DeHaven with the rebound. Dixon does a good job holding on to the ball there. Top of the key, that's DeHaven. Drive down in, dump it off to Landon Thomas, and a whistle on the play. A foul will be called.
Landon, he's getting good position down low there, so he's getting those shots right in there inside. And another one going back to the free throw line here. Good job by Landon there.
Foul on Adam Marple. That'll send Landon Thomas to the line. That one rims out. 40-27, the Bulldogs lead. 5 minutes and 46 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Don't forget to join us tomorrow for the championship game of the Hoops Classic. That one's short.
Rebound by Josh.
Good job by DeHaven there.
Yeah.
Trent in the corner to Thomas. Thomas will shoot it up. Loose ball, fought for and controlled by Trent. Trent will shoot the jumper, and it'll bounce out.
Oh.
Just bad luck there, but it's still a loose ball. A lot of hustle going on down there. Here's the shot. It's no good, and a whistle. The whistle will stop play, and they're going to call 24.
Foul on 42 there.
42. Oh, yeah, it is 42. That's Johnson. Yeah. If it was 42 or 24, it would have been Johnson, so we're good to go, right?
The two brothers that are twins, and their numbers are backwards.
Or the reverse of it. I forget what there's a word for that, but I don't know what it is.
All right. 13-point game here. Let's see if we can get a good shot again. We need to keep extending this lead, keep the double-digit lead.
12-point currently, and South Harrison's got a chance to make one and cut it down to 11. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left. You're tuned into Bulldog Basketball here on WVRC. Here's the inbounds pass. That's Trent. Trent brings it up court and slows it right down. Dumps it off to Adams. Adams over to Dixon. Dixon looking for the lane. Can't quite get there. Foul number 10. This time it'll be Graham Sauce called with the foul. That call will be called on the floor, so the Bulldogs will have to inbound it.
3 team fouls for both the Bulldogs and South Harrison.
Driving to the lane, the shot.
Will Adams on that backside layup again. That's the second time he's got that shot. And one, let's go.
That's the way you do it. That probably is the way Coach Paul Burnside draws that one up.
Drew it up that way, yeah. That's what I would go with.
I think I'd draw that one up every now and then.
Yeah.
That's good coaching right there. So Will Adams from the charity stripe, he'll try to knock one down. And that'll move the Bulldogs out by 14.
Nothing but net. That's how I like it.
That's it. South Harrison in a hurry to get there. Fenstermacher down underneath, can't control it. Doddridge the last one to touch it. South Harrison will keep possession. Marple drives down to the lane. He'll dump it off out to the three-point line. Ball movement there by South Harrison. He'll shoot the three. And getting the board in the putback, that's Van Toothman. And he'll be fouled as well.
South Harrison getting a lot of offensive rebounds here as of recent, getting those second chance shots. We got to box out. We need to get those rebounds. Need more defensive rebounds.
So Van Toothman at the line. Kelly looking to inbound it. He'll inbound it to Trent. He's driving the lane. Good job. And the putback and in.
Nice. Reverse layup and one. Great shot.
Good job there by Maddox Jones.
Nice. That was an awesome shot right there.
Good ball movement. Doddridge moving it quick.
Yep, got the ball up the floor there. He got baseline there and was able to get a reverse layup.
45-32, and the Bulldogs looking to add to that lead with this free throw. A little high. South Harrison controls it. Fenstermacher brings it up. Here's the three-point shot, and it is in by Graham Sauce.
Deep three.
Trent will drive down into the lane. Here's the three-point shot. It'll bounce out. Loose ball, fought for and controlled by South Harrison. They'll drive it up. They got to drive to the lane and in with the easy layup. That's Graham Sauce. Doddridge trying to answer. They'll get the roll in and the points. Again, Maddox Jones.
Nice.
Jones having a good night.
Yeah, another and one there.
An injured player down here. Looks like they're some cramps here would be my guess.
Yep.
Looks like the officials are saying he's going to have to come out.
Boomer sooner. That's all I got to say.
Know many of you are listening to us and have this streaming while you're also watching other football matches. So, to be expected from the sports fans in this community. It's one of the things that it's great to have this technology and be able to bring you this game so that you can enjoy it. Three minutes and 50 seconds left in this one. The Bulldogs looking to add their lead, extend it out to 9, and they'll do so. Maddox Jones' free throw.
9-point game here. Oh no. Ooh, there it got adjusted. Sorry. 11-point game.
Shot goes up. It bounces out.
Good
Doddridge
rebound.
gets the board. There's going to be a full time. 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout by South Harrison there.
So you got 3:36 left. Doddridge County trying to put this one away. They've got an 11-point lead. And we've seen some good basketball played by this senior-laden veteran Doddridge County team.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's got a little bit chippy here, back and forth. Got an 11-point lead here. They're knocking on the door there to try to cut this down here to a single-digit lead. This is going to be a big possession right here for South Harrison. That was a good call. Good call on the timeout there by Coach Bart there, I think.
Yeah, Coach Bart says, let's get my team huddled up here. 3:36. We got a little bit of a hill to climb here. We're going to try to get our climbing boots on and see what we can do here.
Yep. Let's get a stop here and get another bucket here and extend this lead. We just got to keep getting baskets and getting stops. It's the name of the game.
Marple set to inbound. It's inbounds pass. It's loose. Doddridge to Landon Thomas does a good job getting that turnover.
That was quick. That was quick.
Dixon brings it up the court in a hurry. Thomas has had a whale of a game today.
Yes, he has. He's played really well.
And they're going to call a charge.
Charge on Will Adams. It's a tough one. Those charges and blocks, there's always it's like a 50-50 toss-up. Just kind of what your thoughts are and how aggressive the guy's being. We're going to 1-2-2 press here. Looks like we're trapping up there at midcourt.
South Harrison breaks the trap. They get the shot up, but it won't go in. Neither does the next one. Fighting for the board, and again, they get a third shot at it. Finstermacher does. And they'll call Dixon with a foul. So Bryson Dixon with the foul. 2:55 left in this contest.
Bryson's third foul there as well.
So Bryson has 3 fouls to match his number on his jersey. Finstermacher rolls that one in. DeHaven will come in for Will Adams. Doddridge team has hustled today. There's no question about that.
Yeah. 10-point game here. Big shot. Let's see if they cut it down to single digits.
Finstermacher shots up, and it rims in as well. 2:55. You got a 9-point lead for the Bulldogs. Here's Landon Thomas. Back to Dixon. Back over to Thomas. They're bringing that press. Whoa. Too much ball movement here for the camera guy.
Yeah.
Feed down in, and good ball movement gets the Bulldogs the points.
That's what they wanted. They needed that cut to the hoop right there and found it. Great cut by Josh DeHaven.
Sauce dumps it down into Marple. Marple back over, across, back out, and Sauce will shoot the 3. Marple with the board. He'll dump it back. Here's the 3-point shot by Van Toothman, and it'll go out of bounds. So the Bulldogs trying to put this one away. They got the 11-point lead.
Same thing right here. Let's get a good pass here. Someone cut to the hoop here, and let's break down this press. It's a full court man-to-man press.
I'm going to call a charge on DeHaven.
That's Josh's 4th.
I think it's fair to say that Coach Paul Burnside is not in agreement with that particular call.
I would second that. Hey, he's going to bring the intensity. That's what we want.
That's right. That's exactly right. Finstermacher will dump it off to Marple. He'll charge the lane. Finstermacher with the rebound. Loose
Great
ball
block
controlled
by Landon
Doddridge.
Thomas.
Maddox Jones thought about it for a second, but I think wisely pulled it down.
Yeah, I think that was a good hold up here. Reset the offense. Let's get a good look. Will
Adams will post up for the jumper. No good.
Oh, we got to get back.
Down to the lane, and Marple is wide open down there.
Timeout, South Harrison.
A full timeout. We'll step away for a minute. You're tuned to WVRC Doddridge.
Bulldog Station in Doddridge County Sports is a winning combination. For all your pizzas, subs, and salads, call Bulldog Station at 304-666-1364. Open Monday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday and Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bulldog Station located at 323 West Main Street, West Union, West Virginia. Let's go Bulldogs!
Back here, Coach Nate, you got 1:25 left in this game, and Doddridge County's trying to put this thing away. They've got half a century on the board.
Right. It'll feel like it sometimes, that's for sure. Right. South Harrison taking a timeout here, probably trying to set up some type of, I would think, press, going to try to get a quick turnover. They, 9-point game, they got to get a turnover here so they can get a quick basket.
1:25 left in Doddridge County, trying to advance to the championship game tomorrow night of this Hoops Classic.
Thanks for the shout out.
Bryson Dixon set the inbound. They get the inbound over to Jones, back to Dixon. Just trying to play keep away right now. Will Adams down in a wide open Malachi Kelly, and he couldn't quite get it to fall. Putback, though, is good for the Bulldogs.
Yep, good rebound there by Josh DeHaven to finish it right there. Needed that basket there. Now an 11-point game. No fouls here. Let's make them force it and get a good shot.
Job by Kelly getting up and getting the block. Doddridge loses control of it and turns it over.
51 seconds here. 11-point game still.
See some substitutions for the Hawks as well.
They broke down that press quite well. Obviously, we got down the hoop there and got a good shot.
Whoa. Shot in the corner.
Rebound,
out.
Bryson.
Dixon gets the board. Foul called on number 4, Freeling. So that'll send Dixon to the line. He'll get 2 shots from there. We're inside a minute now. Doddridge County trying to get this one in the books. Dixon misses the first one.
Hit these free throws and put them away here.
Malachi Kelly with the rebound, tries to put it back up. A little too hard. Good job there by Will Adams. Ball movement, back to Adams. And a whistle called, stomping play. What's that for? A little push from number 2, Cooper Sanders. That'll send DeHaven to the line.
35 seconds left here. Extend this lead here, DeHaven. Nice.
Nothing but nylon. Gets the second one in. He's a little bit of the rim for that, but that's all right. We'll take them 2.
2 of 2.
Drives to the lane, and the Bulldogs get the recovery, the rebound, and then a quick foul. That's going to be Cooper Sanders again. Not sure why you foul there. I guess maybe just aren't paying attention.
Yeah.
This stage in the game, I got to think that it's hard to make up 12 points. Dixon with the miss, though. If you keep missing them at the line, I guess it ain't that hard to make up 12 points, right?
Oh, no
Missed the
luck.
second one as well.
No fouls here. Just let him. No.
Just let him throw it out of bounds like that.
Yep, exactly. 20 seconds here. Let's hopefully we just run this clock off here.
Got to make sure you get across the midcourt stripe, though. 10 seconds to do that. And they've done that. And it looks like they're just going to slow it down here.
Yep. So tomorrow night, Doddridge will come back against Sissonville. They'll have the second game, part of this tournament here.
Clock is out. The final, the Bulldogs win this contest 54-41. As you mentioned, Coach Nate, we got Sissonville tomorrow night, the championship game.
Yep, South Harrison will play Frankfort the game before us. So it should be a pretty good game. I mean, Sissonville, they look pretty tough. They had some good athletes. It should be an exciting tournament to end tomorrow night.
We'll come back and talk about all of that after this. You're tuned in to WVRC Doddridge.
In Doddridge County Schools, our mission is in motion. From classrooms to construction sites, from labs to livestock, students are gaining real-world skills that build bright futures. With hands-on training, industry certifications, and pathways that lead straight to college or career success, Doddridge County Schools is preparing tomorrow's leaders today. Because here, we are united to make a difference for every student's future.
Welcome back. Where tonight Doddridge County gets the big lead, 54-41. They walk away here victorious. Let's talk player of the game. We had a couple of players that had some big nights tonight.
Yeah, so my choice is going to be Landon Thomas. He finished with 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 blocks. And honestly, he was all over the floor. He had 2 and 1 baskets that were really big, being real physical down low, getting rebounds. I mean, and he didn't even come off he was coming off the bench. You know, typically, usually a starter. I think he was a little sick from my understanding, a little under the weather, but, you know, still had a big night from him. And really, he's been our leading scorer as the season goes along, and also our high point as well tonight.
I'll be honest with you. You play like that, I want you to play sick a little more often. I mean, he's getting it done tonight, I mean, for what it's worth.
Kind of the flu game there a little bit.
So, yeah, I mean, I can't argue with Landon Thomas as a selection. I argue professionally, and I can't even argue with that. So let's talk about some of the other stats. Who else put up some big numbers tonight?
Another one that stood out to me was Josh DeHaven. He finished with 12 points and 7 rebounds as well. So, you know, Josh, he makes an argument for it as well. Another one that stands out to me was to kind of get us started was Jared Trent. Jared Trent had 9 points and 2 rebounds and 2 steals. Some other one that stands out to me that kind of came off the bench was Bryson Dixon. He also had 5 rebounds and 2 steals and 2 great assists. You know, these guys are showing up at different nights. You got different guys that are showing up every night that are playing a key part for this team. So, you know, like I said, we're deep. And who knows who's going to be the guy tomorrow night.
Let's talk about tomorrow night. We will be on the air for Sissonville. I expect we'll be on the air about the same time as we was today. That game will be after the first game.
Yep.
The first game starts at 6 o'clock. The tip then at 6 o'clock. So if you want to come out and watch that, absolutely would encourage you to do that. South Harrison will play Frankfort there. What we learned from that Sissonville team, had an opportunity to watch them here.
They look pretty good. I mean, honestly, one thing that stood out to me, they have a really big, I guess I would say, down low. which would be probably a different matchup for these guys because I don't think they've seen a guy that's been really taller than them and outstretched them, because that's one thing that I'll say about our team is we get a lot of second chance shots because we're really long and tall and stuff like that. So they have a big man, and then they also had some good shooters on the outside, on the outer perimeter as well.
Yeah, that first game was a lot of fun to watch. It was kind of a back and forth affair, and each time it looked like someone was going to pull away, the other team would close in on them, and it came down there to the very last, and Sissonville was able to win it at the free throw line. So we'll look forward to squaring off against the Sissonville Indians tomorrow night.
Yep, exactly.
Well, Nate, thanks for joining us. Our thanks to Adam Cheeseman for engineering and producing tonight's game.
Yeah, shout out to Adam here helping us on the computer work and everything there, so the graphics.
Good work by the whole team. I'm Clint Adams, and on behalf of WVRC, we'll tell you good night, safe travels.
Thanks.
You've been watching live streaming coverage of Doddridge County High School Bulldog basketball, brought to you by Doddridge County Schools in conjunction with WVRC 104.7 FM. Thank you for joining, and tune in next time for continued live streaming coverage of Bulldog basketball on WVRC Doddridge County Facebook and WVRC Doddridge County YouTube. Doddridge County basketball broadcasts are an exclusive production of WVRC 104.7 FM. All rights